time for Friday Night Flights. Now, here's Sports Director Bruce Rader.
There is finally a nip of fall in the air as fans, bands, cheerleaders, and flag teams join their fellow classmates on the field and really start getting into the always exciting high school football season. Play tonight was as crisp as the autumn air. Find out for yourself. Friday Night Flight starts now. I'm Bruce Rader, and we begin in the always tough Southeastern District, where tonight 3-1 Western Branch traveled to 2-2 Grassfield. A sea of Grassfield red in the student section tonight. The Grizzlies, also wearing red, had all the momentum in the second quarter. This is the senior quarterback Brett Smith to the junior Jordan Alexander for the touchdown as Grassfield took an 8-point lead into the locker room. And then in the second half, check out Brett Smith again. And I'm telling you what, he is a big guy, 6'4", but he can fly. And there he goes, 61 yards down the left sideline, all the way in for another score. Grassfield was in control, taking a 29-14 lead, but Western Branch started doing what they do so well, sticking to that ground and pound running game. Quarterback Daniel Griffith just makes it across the goal line. The extra point was no good, but the Bruins cut the lead to 9 into the fourth quarter, and then they would run away with it. Corey Gray, the senior, stretches into the end zone to give his team the lead for good. Western Branch outscores Grassfield 26-7 in the second half and gets the win 40-29. What a comeback. Meanwhile, it's hard to remember the last time Oscar Smith lost a Southeastern District game. One of the best teams in the nation year after year. Tonight, the Tigers hosting Deep Creek, who ran into trouble right from the start. Deep Creek in the white, and this is a special teams mistake. Devontae Beckett has the block and the scoop and the score. Just like that, the Tigers take a 6-0 lead, and then they turn to their defense. Anthony Elliott, the senior, picks off Terrence Shamby, and Elliott would go all the way for a pick six, and that would make it 13-0. Oscar Smith quarterback Sean Mitchell was sensational once again. 3 first-half touchdowns for the sophomore. This one to Larry Chappell made it 21-0 as the Tigers roll 55-0 over Deep Creek for their 69th straight district win. At Darling Stadium tonight, Bethel and Green against Kickingham third quarter. Bethel down 27-6, trying to rally. Quarterback Bo Morgan keeps it but gets pushed out at the 1. So how about fourth down? What are you going to do? Well, you got to try it again. But the Kickingham defense with the stop, and that's a turnover on downs, and that hurt. Kickingham would then march the length of the field. Desmond Savage to Nick Carrera from 15 yards out for the touchdown. That would make it 33-6. I tell you what, these two have such great chemistry. Watch, they connect again. Savage to Carrera. And watch Carrera, he just muscles his way into the end zone for another 15-yard touchdown for Kickingham as the Warriors walk away with a 43-6 win over the Bethel Bruins. And joining us tonight on Friday Night Flights, the very popular and always accurate meteorologist, Tiffany Savone. And as I mentioned, Tiffany, it's starting to really feel like fall out there.
Did you like the forecast tonight?
I love the forecast.
Just for you, Bruce. And tomorrow for the ODU game, we'll get to that later.
Oh, good.
Even better. And it was a perfect night to fly around the area in Chopper 10. And we begin on the peninsula. Poquoson at home against War Hill. Now, Poquoson, home to some of the best fans in the area. They had plenty to be happy about tonight. Pick up the action late in the second quarter. Poquoson quarterback Trevor Dunnigan keeps it himself and takes it inside the 5 before he's tackled. That would set up this 2-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bryce, and Poquoson rolls 48-20. Now, this was the first stop for Chopper 10 on this beautiful Friday night, and it was War Hill at Poquoson. Now, Bruce, there's a little bit of confusion regarding the name of the mascot. Are they the Bulls? Are they the Islanders? Some may say they are the Bull Islanders, though.
Historically, we've been known as the Bull Islanders for several different reasons, but that name has always stuck with us. And people say, "Where are you from?" You say, "I'm from Bull Island." They know you're from Poquoson.
And it didn't matter what the fans cheered for tonight. Poquoson picked up the W over War Hill.
Very interesting,
Did you learn something there?
Very interesting.
Now to an all Suffolk showdown. Lakeland hosting a Nansemond River team that has lost 2 games in a row.
And what's ironic about that is that this was after the Warriors started the season 2-0 under their first-year coach David Coakley, but could the Warriors get back in the win column? They have the ball. They are driving. Terrence Lambert Jr. dives in for the first touchdown of the game. It would be a long night for the Lakeland Cavaliers, but a bright spot on defense came when Amar Knight gets the tip and the pick, and he will return it inside Nansemond River's side of the field. Although the Warriors defense would hold him, and that defense was tough all night. Miles Goodman back to pass. He's swarmed by the Warriors' stingy defense for the sack. Lakeland back to pass again, and another tip and another pick. This time it's the Warriors' Antonio Sims. Nansemond River would snap that two-game losing streak. Their defense comes through. They shut out Lakeland 24-0. It was homecoming at Norcom. I love homecoming. The undefeated Greyhounds hosting 4-1 Norview. Third quarter, Norcom in maroon down 7. Jalen Spruill to Clemel Sessoms. He goes 7 yards into the end zone, but they missed the extra point. Could that miss come back to haunt them? Norview looking to add to their lead. Erwin Faging hands off to Devon Watford, and Watford with a 28-yard touchdown. Pilots with the 8-point lead. The Greyhounds, though, were not about to give up. You don't have to when you got Jalen Spruill. He swings a pass out to Norcom's outstanding running back, Charles Wiggs. Wiggs breaks a few tackles, finds the end zone to bring the Greyhounds to within 2, so they have to go for the two-pointer to tie. But Norview's Deshaun McLaughlin breaks into the backfield, sacks Spruill, ending the hopes of a comeback as the Pilots upset the Greyhounds 28-26. It was Norcom's first loss of the year. Now we travel to Cox Stadium in Newport News. Woodside, which averages 45 points a game, going up against Heritage. That would not be the case tonight, though, because the Heritage Hurricanes were just blowing into Todd. Heritage in the Burgundy facing a third and long. Malik DeLoach to Timothy Holden Bethea with a 40-yarder to get the first down, setting up this 5-yard run by Dimitri Holloway as the Heritage defense shut out Woodside throughout the entire first half. In fact, that Heritage defense would hold Woodside to 38 points below its season average. They allowed only 24 total yards. Two of the top teams in the Peninsula District this year slug it out as Heritage improves to 5-1 with a 5-point win over Woodside. And how about Lake Taylor traveling to Richmond, snapping LC Bird's 33-game winning streak, 29-20 to the final. Indian River's turnaround season continues. The Braves over Kings Fork, 33-6.
And Wilson wins its first game in 4 years. Presidents 33-15, winners over Granby, and a game in between neighborhood rivals. Great Bridge beat Hickory 28-7.
And still to come, a look back at some of the action from last night, including a full schedule of beach games.
And Chopper 10 heads to Smithfield, which happens to have some of the best fans and food in the entire state.
We're the Smithfield Cheerleaders! Don't go away! Bruce and Tiffany will be right back with more Friday Night Flights!
The outstanding marching Packers of Smithfield High School, under the direction of Mr. Joel Joyner. They are indeed the Friday Night Flights Band of the Week.
Rocking out to some MJ, you can see their entire performance of Don't Stop Till You Get Enough on Wavy.com. There's also slideshows, top 10 plays. It's all on Wavy.com.
A lot of people go to Wavy.com to watch this high school football coverage. And speaking of Smithfield, that was your second stop tonight.
It was, and two high-scoring teams squaring off in Packer country. Smithfield hosting the Grafton Clippers.
Aha!
And the highlights from Chopper 10, watch as Grafton quarterback DJ Dobbins in white runs it down inside the 5. That would set up this easy touchdown run as Grafton goes on to win 33-12 over Smithfield. And our second stop of the night takes us to Smithfield, and like we mentioned before, the weather couldn't have been better. Question for you, Bruce, though. What do you usually order at a concession stand?
Salad.
Salad. I don't believe that at all. I take you for a hot dog guy. Well, forget the hot dogs, the hamburgers, and the popcorn. Let's order tonight's special, an order of Packer fries.
Packer fries. Packer fries.
Oh, yeah, so you've got your French fries on the bottom, you've got your Smithfield barbecue on the top, and then cheese in between.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
And that's all I had to say. That is amazing. They were delicious, and I even seasoned some of my Packer fries.
That would feed the entire sports department.
It would, and I ate a good chunk of that. So I did find out, though, that they went through at least 150 pounds of potatoes. That was only for the first half of the game.
Wow. Back to the scoreboard. Lafayette scores 78 points, and its win over Jamestown tapped 56-20. Winners over New Kent.
Surrey County improves to 5-0 after its 26-22 win over Franklin. Denzel Doby had 2 touchdowns for the Cougars. Sussex Central 46-14 over the Dukes of Windsor.
The Beach played its games last night, Tiffany. Cox with another big win. The Falcons over Tallwood 50-20. Cole Johnson finds Calvin Tabron for the score. Cox a contender. Falcons improved to 4-1. Salem stays undefeated after beating First Colonial 34-7. Malik Butts, what a season he's having, ran for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Sun Devils, who picked up their 5th win of the season. Princess Anne wins 2 games for the first time in 9 years. Cavaliers over Lansdowne by 8. Ocean Lakes with the shutout win over Kempsville.
Bayside with the 1-point win over Kellam. The Hampton Crabbers 41-0 winners over Warwick.
And a couple of more defensive battles. Norfolk Academy over Atlantic Shores, and York defeated Bruton. And one more from last night. Booker T. Washington won a shootout over the Maury Commodores 39-35. Brandon Gaddy here with the screen pass to Douglas Butts. 3 touchdowns for Butts as the Bookers improved to 4-1 on the season.
Chopper 10's last stop was Isle of Wight, and it was another homecoming night. And this is Brooke, the senior homecoming queen, and she was great. She would watch Taylor McCann, the Chargers defensive back, make a nice interception to steal the victory for Isle of Wight as they go on to defeat Broadwater 42-14. There were a lot of great fans there, Bruce. They were extremely excited to see us.
They are good. Once again, the Smithfield High School Marching Band, they are the Friday Night Flights Band of the Week.
Their entire performance is on wavy.com. You can also find previous bands of the week, top 10 plays, slideshows, and full episodes of Friday Night Flights from throughout the season.
And that wraps things up for tonight's edition of Friday Night Flights. Old Dominion will host Marshall tomorrow at noon. How's the forecast looking at ODU?
Looking pretty good. It looks like the rain will move out early in the morning. So around noon, looking at some clouds. A little bit of a breeze, though. Temperatures in the lower 70s. Not bad.
Not bad at all. See you at that game. And don't forget, go to wavy.com. We are all over social media.
We are. You can follow me on Twitter, Tiffany Savona. That is my Twitter handle. And also on Facebook, Tiffany Savona Wavy. I put up some pictures of some of the schools we went to tonight, and you can get a little bit more. And you have a Twitter handle, too.
Yes. Bruce. What is it?
Come on, Bruce. Bruce Raider Sports.
No S. Bruce Raider Sport.
Bruce Raider
No
Sport.
S.
That's kind of confusing.
Yeah, it is. It's a little confusing out there. All right. Thanks so much for being with us, and join us every Friday night at 11 for the longest running high school sports show in the state, Friday Night Flights. Good night, everybody.